And Mike, there was a report from TSN in Insider Trading on Tuesday that linked Connor Hellebuyck to the New Jersey Devils potentially as one of the options for Hellebuyck as the Jets peruse the trade market. And while it's an intriguing idea, Mike, I'm told that the Devils are potentially, of course, they have interest, and the interest, I believe, is mutual, as TSN reported. But what's fascinating about the Hellebuck issue, wherever he goes, whether it's New Jersey or LA, whoever it might be, you can get Connor Hellebuck at a decent rate this year, but then you need to pay him to re-sign him for years moving forward, and that's going to be pretty expensive. TSN reported that they think that Hellebuck could be in the Andre Vasilevsky range, north of $9 million. I sort of saw him at a number a little bit less than that, somewhere in the eights, partially just because I think teams aren't really ready to pay a goaltender that much after seeing teams struggle with the Carey Price contract, et cetera. And maybe this sense coming off of the Vegas Golden Knights and Adin Hill that maybe you don't need to pay a goalie that much in order to win a Stanley Cup and be successful. There's only been one ever $10 million plus AAV player to win the Stanley Cup, and that was this year with Jack Eichel as a skater. No one's really gotten close other than Vasilevsky in terms of being paid that much as a goalie. Bobrovsky, of course, $10 million this year as well. Do you see that being an issue moving forward for Hellebuck, regardless of where he stands, given some of the teams that we just reported and just had a board? They have cap space, but are they willing to commit that much to a goalie, knowing the other players that they need to pay?
That's my biggest question. If Connor Hellebuyck wants to make over $9 million, I don't see amongst the contenders who that's going to happen with, Frank. Like LA, how are they going to make room for Connor Hellebuyck if that's who they want? Okay, Pittsburgh Penguins, can they extend him beyond 1 year? You can get him at $6 million for 1 year. That'll work just fine. But New Jersey, I'm interested with New Jersey here because if there's mutual interest from both sides, would it make sense? Yes, it would, because I think New Jersey would like to shore up their goaltending. I think Akira Schmid is probably still a year away to head it back to Utica because he's waiver exempt. But they just extended Bratt. They've got to extend Mercer now as an RFA. And if you want to keep Timo Meyer, how do you plan on getting Hellebuyck? And he's 30 years old, Frank. That's why I'm surprised the 9 million plus number is in play here, if that's the case, because I don't know which team will do it. Carolina, they're not going to spend that money on a goaltender. I mean, the only team out there I see that could potentially do that might be Ottawa, but even they have a lot of money coming at them as well, Frank. So do you see any of these teams that you think would really make a play on that expensive of a goaltender to keep him into the future? I don't. I think it starts to look more middle pack teams, and the middle pack teams aren't contenders. So do you want to win or do you want to get paid? That's my question with Connor Hellebuyck.